Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's take a walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Hopefully this is going to be a treat. We done Ninkasi beer the other day, and we got another one in here. And this one comes from Servall Liquors in San Diego, craftcity.com on the internet. Guys, I've told you this before. These guys have a massive selection of beers. They just revamped their website. They got over 2,000 beers, craft beers there now. And they ship beers out. If your state allows them to ship beers to your state, they will ship you beers, and they don't gouge you on the shipping. So real nice guys to deal with. Check them out, craftcity.com on the web, or if you're in the San Diego area, go into Servall Liquors and check out Donovan and the guys there. They'll treat you right. I've had a couple of my subscribers order beers from them too, and been pleased with what they get. So let's get on with this one. This is Ninkasi Believer Double Red, and it is, according to this, says Red Beer's got an American Strong Ale, but Beer Advocate says it is an American Amber / Red Ale, and I'm more to believe that because that's what it's got here, Double Red Ale. 6.9% alcohol, so it's not a great big beer. IBUs on this one is 60, it says. So we got, let's see if we got a date on it. I was thinking this one, I'm not sure they actually do any kind of dating. And it's right out of the fridge, and it's sweating, it's got condensation all over it. So we'll check again, but I'm not sure they're dating their stuff. But anyway, let's get on with this one. It's been nice here the last couple of days. Of course, by the time you see this, it'll be blue cold again. I'm about a week or so ahead on the beer reviews, guys. And as a matter of fact, I've already got the next batch of openers and done the video on that. So I've got an opener up here that it's already been purchased. It's black one you see up there. It's going out to Ryan. He asked me to do a beer review with it. I said sure, I'd be happy to. So let's get on with this one, guys. Commercial description on this one. It says, brewed and dedicated to the believers of Ninkasi. Rich dark malt complexity is balanced by a plentiful hop presence, bringing together perfection in every sip. Who knew believing had so many rewards? Alright, food pairing for this beer, guys, if I can get the tablet to change. Says the cheeses are sharp blue and cheddar. The meats, beef, poultry, and fish. I'll add grilled meat to that. Glass shot of pint backer, non tumbler style, and mug side out. I got my favorite glass here. This is a Solvin beer glass, and this is not recommended for extending cellar rings. Being a 6.9, it's going to keep for a little bit, but they're saying it's a hop forward red ale, so you probably want to try to drink this as fresh as possible. So let me get this thing open and get it in the glass. Nice little hiss on this one. And there, let's get it in the glass. This is a Bomber, a 22 ouncer. As you can see, it's very well carbonated. About a finger and a half of head. Very nice reddish color. Got a very nice ruby red hue to it. I can see the bulb through the beer, and there are a lot of bubbles streaming up, so it looks like it's a fairly carbonated beer. Well, mighty good looking beer, mighty fine. Let's get a nose on this one, guys. Oh yes, very nice, rich, malty, toffee, caramel. There is a hop presence to it. This is sort of like a malty, hoppy caramelly IPA. It's got a wonderful smell. It's got a nice, rich, sweet, caramelly smell to it. Very pleasant. Very, very sweet smelling, if you will. Well, let's give it a taste and see what this one brings. I enjoyed the last one I did from Ninkasi Brewing. Let's see if this one is just as tasty. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, guys there at Servall Liquors. Donovan and the guys. That is very tasty. That is very, very tasty. Not giving any of that alcohol. Nice, sweet, caramel toffee taste. Nice maltiness to it. Enough hops on the front end to balance it out. I'm getting some citrusy, floral hops in this one. Maybe just a hint of some pine in there too. Pretty damn tasty for the first beer of the day. Wow. That is very tasty. I love when the red ales have that caramelly, toffee, roasted malt sweetness to it. Now, it's no malt bomb. It's definitely not that. This is a red ale. Let me read to you what it says a red ale is. Amber red ale, primarily a catch for any beer less than a dark ale in color, ranging from amber to deep red hues. This style of beer tends to focus on the malts, but hop character can range from low to high. Expect a balanced beer, and this one is, with toasted malt characters and light fruitiness. In most examples, the range can run from basic ale to American brewers who brew FAUX Oktoberfest style beers. They're actually ales instead of lagers. So, and the typical alcohol is between 4 and 7%. This is 6.9, so it falls right in there. So, very nice, very pleasant. You definitely get the malt presence in this one. It's got a nice, sweet, malty, toffee, I keep saying toffee, caramelly taste to me. But the hops is there. It's got a nice bitterness to it, but it's not like a West Coast IPA. It's nowhere near the hop presence of that, but nice balance of the beer. This one is pretty balanced. Tastes pretty, very easy drinking for an almost 7%er. Well, let me take it back and let her get a sip or two out of it, and we'll come back and do the final chug on this one. Looks pretty impressive. Looks like an A beer, guys. Hey, I'm back, guys. Got a little left here. Been sipping on it probably about 35-40 minutes or so. Very tasty beer, guys. I don't know how big this brewery is. Like I said, they're out of Eugene, Oregon. I don't think the last one that I did from them had a date on it. And this one does not either. I've looked all over the bottle. I kind of suspect that they're big enough to date their stuff, and they do not. I don't know why they do not. They need to. If they're producing a hop-forward beer, we need to have that information, guys. So you guys out there at Ninkasi Brewery, step up to the plate, put some dates on your stuff. They've given us the alcohol and the IBUs. It's even got the phone number on the label of the brewery. Maybe I need to call them and ask them, why don't you date your stuff? I might do that. I really might. When we had this little thing on the Super Bowl from AB InBev or Budweiser, poking fun at the craft beer industry, they posted several videos and comments about that. Well, guys, I mean, step up to the plate, date your stuff. Let's do the final chug on this one, guys. It's a very tasty beer. It really is. I enjoyed this one. If this was available at my beer store and I went in and picked it up off the shelf and looked and it had no date, you know what I would do? We'll set it right back up on the shelf. Uh, like I said, I don't know how big these guys' breweries are, but I think they're probably big enough to date their stuff. I mean, even the smaller breweries date their stuff now. So, gonna harp on this, guys. Gonna harp on it. That's my soapbox to stand on. I'm not gonna be happy till every bottle or every can has that date on it. More and more are doing it. More and more hear me. I just did a beer review the other day from Lagunitas and their Hairy Eyeball. I actually got an email from them saying how much they enjoy my reviews and try to give me a little heads up on the Julian code that they do use, and I'm familiar with that, but a lot of consumers are not familiar with that, and it's basically put on there for their quality control. That way they know what batch it is and all that kind of stuff. And they even agreed with me that they need to be more more prevalent to the consumer's needs as far as dating and some of the Julian code. So they hear me. Some of them they hear me. So we need to get all of them to go away from the Julian codes and put it either on the label or a legible date that you can see on the bottle with the beer still in the bottle. Something written in white or yellow that doesn't smudge off very easy. So on the label would be printed on the label would be the best way to do it. That way it's not going to smudge off. So, but anyway, I think this is probably a 9 beer in an 8 bottle, and that's where I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna give this an 8, which is an A minus. I would probably give it the 9 if it had a date on it, which it does not. Let's go over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate says it is an 86 in the very good range, with no date on the bottle. The numeric rating I would give this would probably be a 90. That's where I would put this. Over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says overall 95 and 80 in the style. 95 would probably, if it had a date on it, that's probably where I would put it, somewhere there. 94, 95 is where I would give it. But it doesn't have a date on it, guys, but it was still very tasty. So let them hear your voice. Tell them, call them, let them know. I don't know if they watch my reviews out there in Ninkasi or not, but I might just got the phone number on the bottle. I might just give them a ring and say, "What's up, guys? How come you're not dating your beers?" Maybe they feel like some of them that it doesn't make it to the shelf or doesn't sit on the shelf long enough for them to worry about it, but that's no excuse as far as I'm concerned. So they need to have a date on them. You never know. There might be a beer that gets pushed to the back or whatever, or just people like me that won't buy a beer that doesn't have a date on it. And beer might have been fresh out of the brewery, be a week old, but you go into the store and you don't know. You don't know. There's no way to tell. So a lot of people will just leave that beer sitting there and they'll never taste it or enjoy a beer from them because they're not dating their bottles or cans. Anyway, if you've had this one from Ninkasi, this is their Believer, which is their double red amber ale. Very tasty. Very, very tasty, guys. Step up to the plate. Date your shit. Alright, guys, if you've had it, let me know what you think. And let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. Maybe we'll get a dated bottle or a dated can. Come on back tomorrow. We'll see.